Hi everybody, it's Azid again. So we're talking today about the process of when you come to buying blocks of flats and either commercial conversion or doing a title split or a bit of both, which in my case what I do. I'm going to talk to you about floor plans, pre-app and planning application, and also the national standards that applies to these things. So today I've just been spending some time working on floor plans and working out how we can get the maximum use out of these flats. For example, I'll show you here. There we go. So the floor plans, I'm amalgamating two small bedrooms into one bedroom so they can get bigger sizes, and that's to do with the national standards that's in place in England. So you can download this freely. Just put national standard room sizes and flat sizes for each new conversions. For example, I'll give you on the ones I'm working on at the moment, 6 flats, 2 to 3 bed on average. So for a 2-bedroom flat, the number of bed spaces, so for 4 people in a 2-bedroom flat, the minimum size that you have to have the flat at is 70 square meters. Because if you don't have any garden space, you add an extra 5, in my case an extra 5 square meters in those flats. So really, for a 2-bedroom flat, my flats have for 4 people have to be 75 square meters or above. And then there are some key criteria that you've got to really make sure you want to get your head around and understand. 2, and there's 5 of them. So 1, 2 or more bed needs to be at least have 1 double bed room, 1 single bedroom, and the single bedroom needs to be bigger than 7.5 square meters, and the width has to be at least 2.15 meters wide as a minimum. Third, the 2 bed spaces, the double room has to be at least 11.5 square meters and at least 2.75 meter wide. Other doubles have to be 2.55 meter wide. So not only does it have to have a surface area of 11.5 square meters, the width itself has to be 2.75. The area for headroom area for not to be counted, if the roof is tilted that way, anything below 1.5 meters is not counted as a space in that room. And the last one that's important as well, if you have built-in wardrobe, that is counted as part of your gross internal area. So basically, part of the process that I'm doing at the moment is it started like this, going around the blocks of flats, measuring everything. Then it turns out to be like this. So I send my floor plan design guy to go and get these floor plan worked up. This is version 3, so we've already submitted 2 versions. I had a pre-app application done on this block to the council, and I've already submitted that, and they've come back with some feedback saying, look, you've got to get these smaller 2 rooms into 1 really, because the room is not big enough. So on average, if you remember the flat sizes, they have to be, for my case, if we get 2 bedrooms, they've got to be 75 square meters, 70 plus 5 for not having a garden space in that block. And on average, my square meterage are 77, 78, and 82. So we are good for the number, the room sizes or the flat size. In terms of room sizes, I've had to kind of amalgamate. So some of them are now 4 by 5, so 20 square meters. Remember, the double room used to be 10 square meters. So this is double the amount. It is ridiculously big, but unfortunately, that is the rule that you have to adhere by. And the second bedroom in this case is 3.6, so say 412. It's about 11 square meters. So they're very big double bedrooms. 2-bedroom flats. Second one is 4 by 5, another 20 square meters, and the second bedroom is 3 by 3.5, so just over 10 square meters for the second bedroom, and it goes on. So the idea being that once I do this and I adhere to national standards for sizes and room for flat sizes and room sizes, then I get now these plans over to my floor plan designer to rework and re-edit this to the new sizes. After that, I will take those and send it to my planning consultant, who will then now add this onto and bulk at the pre-app application information with the relevant information in the floor plans that meets those national standards. So once we do that, we will then the clock start, and it's an 8-week turnaround as a minimum for the council to come back to us and say yay or nay. And something I learned also recently, that not every application goes, of course, into planning committee. It will just depend on how many people, if there is any objections. Good news for me is this block already had planning for 4. The planning officer even came around and said, no, actually we would support a planning for 8 flats, so do more flats in that block rather than the 6 that I proposed. But actually I've decided to go with 6 rather than 8, purely because of a couple of things. One, for me, it's about rinse and repeat quickly. Buy those blocks, title split them, create value, take the money out and buy the next one. If I went down the route of 8, there is a lot higher possibility that I get pushback from highways, because they're going to say there's going to be more cars parked. Also, the local people, the NIMBYs, might kick in as well. So that's why I've gone with 6, with the idea that there's already planning for 4. I'm adding an additional 2 flats, not an additional 4 flats, which what the planning officer was asking me to do. So yes, people might think, well, it would have been much more profitable to actually get 2 more flats. But if you're jumping through hoops for a year and having to lock in your money in for that year, for me, it's counterintuitive, and I'd rather get in, get out in the next 2 to 3 months. By the time I kit it out and finish the works, refinance it out, pull all the money out on this one, we'll be pulling a lot more than what we put in, almost doubling our money in kind of less than 9 months time. Well, actually be 6, 7, 8, 9 months time, I think we'll be done. So any questions you've got, drop me a DM and I'll try and answer as I can.